She started talking to the house because no one else was listening. At first, it felt ridiculous. Standing in the quiet kitchen at night, speaking softly into the air as if the walls could understand. She laughed once under her breath at the absurdity of it. Then she kept doing it. The house was small and old, the kind of place that made noises even when nothing moved. Pipes sighed, floorboards whispered, windows rattled gently when the wind passed by. When she moved in, the landlord had called it character. She called it loneliness. Her days were full of sound, phones ringing, traffic humming, conversations layered on top of one another, but none of it felt like listening. Words bounced off people too quickly, returned unanswered. At night, when everything finally settled, the house remained awake. So she talked, not loudly, not dramatically, just enough to let the words leave her chest. She spoke while washing dishes. "I didn't mean to disappoint anyone," she said once, staring into the sink. The water ran. The pipes responded with a soft clatter. She spoke while sitting in the couch, knees pulled in. "I thought I'd have more time," she whispered. The floor creaked gently, as if shifting closer. She never expected a reply. But the house changed. It was subtle at first. The sounds softened. The random noises began to feel timed, as if the house wasn't just reacting to temperature or age, but to her presence. One night, after she admitted something she had never said out loud, "I don't know who I am anymore," the house made a single, slow sound. Not loud, not sharp, a settling, like a breath released. She froze. The silence afterward felt intentional. She laughed nervously. "Okay," she said, shaking her head. "That's enough imagination for tonight." But she didn't stop talking. Weeks passed. She told the house about small things, about the coffee she forgot to drink while it was still warm, about the message she typed and deleted 3 times, about the way she felt invisible even in crowded rooms. The house listened. It always listened. One evening, she sat on the floor with her back against the wall, lights off, moonlight spilling across the room. "I think I've been waiting for permission," she said quietly, "to leave, to stay, to change." The wall behind her was cool and steady. The house responded with a long, gentle creak, wood adjusting, memory settling. And somehow she understood. Houses remember. They remember laughter pressed into walls, grief soaked into floors. They hold echoes long after people move on. This house had heard many voices before hers. It knew what silence meant. She stopped apologizing when she spoke, stopped explaining herself to the empty rooms. She began to sit in stillness afterward, letting the quiet arrive naturally instead of forcing it. The house never interrupted, it never rushed her. One night, she asked a question she hadn't planned. "Is it okay?" she whispered, "to stay like this for a while?" The house did not answer in words, but the air felt warmer. The silence felt kind. The change didn't happen all at once, but slowly she noticed she was carrying less. Her shoulders relaxed more easily. She slept deeper. She hesitated less before speaking during the day. It wasn't that the house had fixed anything. It had simply made space. A friend visited once and commented on how peaceful the place felt. "It listens," she said without thinking. The friend laughed. "What?" "Nothing," she smiled. "Just something I noticed. Some truths don't need defending." On her last night there, because eventually she did leave, she sat on the floor one final time. "Thank you," she said softly. The house settled around her, every beam and board easing into stillness, not sad, not empty, complete. Later, in a new place, she noticed something strange. when the room was quiet enough, when she finally slowed down enough. She could still hear it, not the house, herself. And she realized then, sometimes we don't need answers. We don't need advice. We don't even need solutions. Sometimes we just need to be heard long enough to hear ourselves back.